What if I told you the real secret to getting richer is to intentionally look poorer? In a world that's obsessed with showing off success, the truly wealthy understand a powerful, counterintuitive principle about keeping a low profile. Today, we're exploring why this mindset is the key to real financial freedom and inner peace. Are you tired of the endless cycle of earning more only to spend more, feeling like you're on a treadmill that never stops and never lets you get ahead? There is a way to get off, and it starts with a simple but profound decision: to focus on what's in your bank account, not what's in your driveway. Wealth Topmax warmly welcomes you. This channel is dedicated to sharing wealth-building mindsets for those seeking financial and time freedom. If you don't want to miss out on future valuable insights, consider subscribing for free and turning on the notification bell. The ultimate goal should be to grow your bank account, not your ego. This is one of the most profound truths in personal finance, yet it's the one most often ignored in our modern, hyper-visible world. Here are 4 powerful reasons why keeping a low profile, why choosing to look poor, can actually lead to far higher rewards and a genuinely richer life. Let's begin with the first and perhaps most liberating reason. It frees you from the cycle of permanent dissatisfaction. Think about your own life for a moment. Every time you hit a significant milestone, whether it's getting that long-awaited promotion, buying a slightly nicer car, or moving into a better neighborhood, a brand new set of standards suddenly surrounds you, almost overnight. It's like you're playing a never-ending game where the rules and the goalposts keep changing just as you think you're about to win. You buy a great car, and for a moment it feels absolutely amazing. But then you start noticing your friend's car or your colleague's car is even better, and that initial pure joy you felt begins to fade, replaced by a subtle, gnawing feeling of inadequacy. This isn't just a feeling, it's a well-documented psychological phenomenon backed by science. Researchers call it the hedonic treadmill, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Imagine you're on a treadmill at a gym. No matter how fast you run, no matter how much effort you exert, you ultimately stay in the same spot relative to the room. The scenery never changes. The exact same thing happens with your happiness. No matter how much more money you make or how many new shiny things you buy, your overall baseline of happiness tends to stay stubbornly the same. A landmark study looked into how people's happiness actually changes with their level of income. What they found was fascinating. Once we have enough money to comfortably cover our basic needs, things like our food, shelter, and healthcare, having more money doesn't actually make us a lot happier. Why? Because we are masters of adaptation. We quickly adapt to our new level of wealth. This adaptation means that what once felt like a huge, life-changing improvement soon just becomes the new normal. The luxury becomes the standard. And as soon as that happens, we start wanting even more, just to regain that initial feeling of excitement. Think about the last time you upgraded your iPhone. At first, it felt incredible. The speed, the camera, the new features. It was genuinely thrilling to test it all out. But how long did that excitement truly last? A week? A month? Soon enough, it was just your phone. And then the advertisements for the next model start appearing, and the cycle of desire and dissatisfaction repeats itself with nearly everything that we buy. It's not just about phones. It happens with cars, homes, clothes, and even social status. On top of that, the constant pressure of social media only magnifies this effect to an unbearable degree. A report from Credit Karma revealed that a staggering 39% of people feel intense pressure from social media to spend more money simply to appear successful or happy. By choosing to instead look poor, by living below your means and not participating in the display of wealth, you are making a conscious decision to step off of that relentless, exhausting treadmill. You're saying, I'm not buying into this game. No pun intended. And the moment you do that, the moment you free yourself from that external pressure, you'll find that the inner peace you get from that decision, the quiet confidence that comes from not feeling the need to compete with every single thing, will bring you so much more lasting happiness than staying on that treadmill ever could. The second reason is that a high-status lifestyle destroys your freedom of choice. When I first started working in investment banking, I definitely fell into the trap of keeping up with appearances. It was part of the culture. I wore designer clothes, I always had the latest gadgets, and I bought a nice car that frankly I couldn't truly afford. That was me. And I spent so much of my income on things that made me look successful, even though I knew deep down that my bank account showed the complete opposite reality. But of course, no one else could see that side. On the outside, it looked like I had it all, but on the inside, I felt completely stuck. I was trapped in a job I didn't truly enjoy, running on that hedonic treadmill we just spoke about, constantly chasing the next thing, the next bonus, the next status symbol. I was following the standard script: earn money, spend it lavishly, and then expect happiness and freedom to magically follow. They never did. Fast forward to a couple of years ago. My spending on luxuries and wants went down to pretty much zero for a period of 6 to 9 months. I was spending all of my disposable income on education, on acquiring new skills, on learning, and on putting it back into building my own business. I made a huge intentional shift in my lifestyle for about 2 years, which ultimately led me to change my style of life forever. I chose to focus on building a foundation of financial security. That foundation is what eventually gave me the strength and the option to walk away from a 6-figure bonus and leave a high-paying job, simply because it didn't satisfy me anymore. I decided to focus on something I love and genuinely have a passion for. That financial cushion gave me the freedom to travel whenever I wanted, to work on my own terms, and to design my own life. I can genuinely tell you, having seen both sides of this coin, that the feeling of freedom, that deep sense of empowerment, liberation, and being able to walk away from something that no longer serves you, completely and utterly beats the fleeting fulfillment that you get from buying a new item. For those couple of years, I followed a different script: earn money, invest it aggressively towards freedom, and then, only then, spend on other things if I had any money left over. True freedom isn't about being able to buy anything you want. It's about not having to do anything you don't want to do. The third reason why looking poor is so powerful is because it takes you out of survival mode. The great Albert Einstein famously wrote, "A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness." In today's world, that constant restlessness he spoke of is, for many, a state of chronic financial anxiety. A study by the American Psychological Association revealed that a shocking 72% of Americans feel stressed about their money. Similarly, a report in the UK found that 62% of adults feel anxious about their finances, with nearly half of them worrying about money at least once a week. In today's world, cultivating a calm and modest life isn't just a preference. It's practically essential for maintaining your peace of mind and reducing the crippling level of anxiety that comes with financial instability. Think about it this way. If you get a bonus or a pay rise and you immediately use it to get a new luxury car that eats up 40% of your take-home pay, you have just put yourself in a cage. You cannot afford to lose your job. You cannot afford to take a break. You cannot even consider other, more interesting opportunities that might pay less initially. You are stuck in survival mode, constantly worrying about maintaining a lifestyle you can't truly afford. Upgrading one thing often tends to lead to a domino effect of additional hidden expenses as well. Yahoo Finance once listed car brands by their maintenance costs over the first 75,000 miles. They found that Entry-level, reliable brands like Hyundai, Toyota, and Honda are almost 3 times cheaper to maintain than luxury brands like BMW and Mercedes-Benz. It's not just the car payment. It's the premium fuel, the higher insurance costs, the more expensive tires, and the specialized repairs. When you upgrade your lifestyle, there is a domino effect on all the costs you have to incur just to maintain that item. Instead, the greater you can make the gap between your income and your expenses, the more peace of mind you will have. The bigger that gap, the truer freedom you possess. It gives you the flexibility to take calculated risks, to try new things, or to simply take some time off if you wanted to, without the world crashing down around you. There's a popular method of decluttering called the KonMari method, popularized by Marie Kondo. It's all about only keeping the things that spark joy. By doing this, you're not only clearing out your physical clutter, but also creating space for greater mental clarity and emotional well-being. You can and should apply this exact same philosophy to your finances. It's not just about saving money. It's about reducing the immense stress of maintaining a high-status lifestyle that constantly puts you in survival mode. The thrill of a new purchase often fades within days, but it leaves behind the lingering anxiety of keeping up with the payments and the image. The more things you have, the more you are trapped in a cycle of living in survival mode. Finally, the fourth reason is the immense power of authentic living. An incredibly interesting study found that 25% of Americans admit that they have pursued a romantic relationship purely for the financial aspect. Even more revealing, over half of those people admitted to misrepresenting their own financial situation to attract a partner. This highlights a profound truth. If you base your self-worth on external validations, on material things, or on the amount of money you have, you risk attracting people who only value you for those superficial traits. When circumstances change, as they often do, those relationships will crumble. Authenticity is the absolute cornerstone of lasting, meaningful relationships. And this idea extends far beyond just romantic partnerships. It applies to how we present ourselves in almost all aspects of our lives. As the old saying goes, don't show off the outside of your house, show off the inside. The outside of your house is what you display to strangers. It's an attempt to gain their respect and admiration with outward appearances, the fancy car, the expensive watch, the designer clothes. In stark contrast, the inside of your house represents your true self. That's what you share with your family and your closest friends. It's where your genuine values, your character, your kindness, and your passions shine through. In the classic novel, The Adolescent, the author Fyodor Dostoevsky wrote, "If I had 100 million, I would nevertheless walk around in old clothes, because a knowledge of it, my consciousness of my wealth, would suffice." This single quote captures the very essence of true wealth. It's not about flaunting it for others to see. It's about the deep inner confidence and the unshakable security that it brings you. Many genuinely wealthy individuals understand this on a profound level. They often choose simplicity over showing off. They don't make what they own their entire identity because they know that living authentically and valuing what's inside over an outward appearance is a truly powerful way to build meaningful, resilient relationships and a peaceful inner world. So those are the 4 powerful reasons why choosing to look poor, or more accurately, choosing stealth wealth, is one of the most important mindsets for building not just a large bank account, but a truly rich life. To recap, it frees you from the exhausting, hedonic treadmill of always wanting more. It gives you the ultimate freedom of choice, liberating you from the golden handcuffs of a lifestyle you can't afford. It takes you out of the constant, stressful anxiety of financial survival mode. And finally, it allows you to build genuine, authentic relationships based on who you are, not what you have. The goal isn't to be cheap, It's to be intentional. It's about understanding that true wealth is not about what you can show to the world, but about the security, freedom, and peace of mind you don't have to show to anyone. Thank you for joining us here at Wealth Topmax. We hope this has given you a valuable new perspective on your financial journey. Don't forget to subscribe for notifications, and we will see you in the next video.